Okay, welcome. We're back again with another edition of the
most underrated podcast tag team finisher in the world today.
You're just saying we're the most underrated tag team in the history of wrestling.
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying? We do have a T-shirt that says that.
We do.
Well, it just says underrated. It doesn't say in the world or in pro wrestling.
But yes.
But I guess we could do that.
Yeah.
Change it around.
Yes.
But anyway, last time, what I ended with, what I wanted to start with, I don't know if you thought about it or not.
I don't know what to do with my hands. Okay.
Do whatever you would like with them. Just don't touch yourself right now. That would be weird. So a lot of indie shows now are doing, and even some of the bigger shows, because now they have these mixed gender matches.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Guys wrestling women. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I know, like Steve Corino, he has his PWF in North Carolina.
Right.
And he just became the 7-time champion there.
Saw that.
And he beat a female. She was the champion.
Okay. Well, you got to remember, Tess Blanchard was TNA heavyweight champ.
Right. But my thing is, I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't like it.
And professional sport, I know, okay, I'm going to say professional sports, and wrestling is different than a professional sport. Typically, depending on the woman or size of, statue of the woman, not going to compete with a guy.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say men, biologically, are superior to women when it comes to sports, head to head.
Right.
If you put a women's basketball team, a WNBA team against an NBA team,
yes.
Let's have the WNBA All-Stars versus the NBA All-Stars.
Ooh, that would be good.
Who's going to win?
Probably the guys, most likely.
Most likely. Be a blowout.
But it might not be in basketball because it's not supposed to be a physical contact sport. But yes, the guys are taller, they're bigger, they're stronger,
they're faster for the most part. Yes.
But you can control that with basketball. You can slow that down. But any other sport like NFL and the what is it, the LFL?
I don't know.
Lingerie Football League.
I don't watch. I don't know. No idea what that is.
It's on very late at night.
Okay.
But yeah, I can see a more contact sport being more dominant towards men. But even like baseball, a softball team versus a Major League Baseball team.
That would be different though, because softball is a different. The field's not as big. The distance is different. It's underhand. Now, granted, there's probably a 0% chance I could hit in a fast pitch softball.
Same.
I could probably stick the bat out and bunt it and let it hit. But as far as swinging and so that's different because the sport is different. But basketball, you say they can slow it down. Not really. There's a shot clock.
There is, yeah. But I mean, speed wise, you can still methodically go down the court, set up plays, blah, 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 stuff like that. So that would be interesting to see.
Yeah, but if you have and again, I don't know because we just threw this up there now with WNBA. I'm going to guess the tallest woman's maybe 6'3", 6'4". I'm going to guess. I don't know. I'm guessing
7 foot. Yeah.
But then you got guys that are 6'8", 7 foot who are just going to stand in front of them and block every single ball.
True.
Well, not every single ball, but you know,
majorities.
What I mean. Yeah. The majority.
But swinging back to your thing about back in our day, it was China started doing that, and Luna with the interaction with the men and stuff like that. I didn't agree with it. I still don't agree with it. But since we're sports entertainment now, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't think as a fan standpoint, that sends a good message to somebody 9 years old sitting in the front row.
That's my thing. I'm uncomfortable with a guy hitting a woman.
Right. Because
I don't know if it's just the time we were brought up and raised.
100%.
Okay, let me rephrase that. I was about to say from the time we were brought up, like you're taught not to hit women. Kids should still be taught not to hit women.
Correct.
But I'm just saying it doesn't feel right.
It was more back when we were growing up. It was more something that you didn't really see that much of. You didn't really hear about a man beating up a woman or stuff like that. Nowadays, it's every day you hear something like that.
Yeah, TV's blinking. I don't know.
It's blinking at us.
And a lot of that though also could be social media today. Everything's on social media.
100%.
So everything stuff that you never heard about before, you hear about now because everyone has a platform to go out and talk about
and
things.
voice it. Yeah.
Right.
But I don't like it in today's because of that reason. Because when I was brought up in wrestling, I was brought up to make that 9-year-old believe what you're doing to be real. How many 9-year-olds still to this day think that the pro wrestling is somewhat real? And I don't like saying that it's not, because my knees are bad, my back, my hip. I mean, it's not something that, it's very physical. So, I mean, how many times have we slipped and actually connected, but apologized right away?
Right.
How would you feel if you slipped and connected with a female? Terrible.
Yeah. I mean,
because that's the way we were brought up. Terrible.
Yeah.
So yeah,
because I think, like, I imagine myself, if I was booked in a match against a female, I would be uncomfortable with that because
we have that coming up
oh yeah, we do. Squared Circle Expo.
Yes, Square Circle Expo.
The Hex Bangers. The Hex Bangers.
Yes.
Something
we've been trying to do for
the last couple of years.
Yes.
But okay, so but see,
there we go.
So the thing, I know how WWE does it and I don't know because I haven't seen it because they have the mixed gender champions from AAA in Mexico.
Right.
I know Chelsea and Ethan Page were champs
one time. Yeah.
And Lola and the Iguana guy are now champs.
Okay.
I don't know how they do it, but I know in WWE when they do it, women can only touch women and men can only touch men.
Right. That I'm okay with.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. But I don't know how AAA does it. But I don't know how I brought that up because I don't know how ours is going to be at Squared Circle Expo. But I'll go back to like Carino beating, I think her name was Caitlin, for the belt. Like, the one thing is hitting a woman. The other thing is when you pick her up to slam her, or you pick her up for things, there's different body parts that could be touched. And that's the part I'm not comfortable with. Like, hitting is one thing. Yes, I'm not comfortable with it, but picking up, you don't know where to put your arm. Like, it's almost like, here's a perfect example. It's almost like when we wrestled the Godwins on Shotgun Saturday Night as the Flying Nuns, as the Sisters of Love.
Yeah.
Phineas's whole gimmick was he didn't want to touch us. He would go to slam us because, we were dressed as women with giant boobs and we were dressed as nuns. So he was like, and then Henry just came in like, fuck it, just picked us up and like started slamming us all over. But it's the same. I'd be the same way. I'd be like, where do I? And even sometimes when I'm at the PC, like I'm doing stuff with the girls. Yeah. I'm afraid of an accidental rub or a touch or something like that.
Somebody taking it the wrong way. Or
But
I wonder if the girls know that possibly could happen.
They have to have an idea. They have to have an idea that
like he might tweet my nipple.
Well, that's a little weird.
Well, I would do that. No.
Well, that's no. Okay, well, you do that on March 28th. It's Squared Circle Expo.
Just joking. But yeah, I'm not
like a brush up against, or you go for a slam and your hand is it wraps around body parts, and it's just, to me, that's the weird part. So I'm not comfortable. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. I wonder how many other people are out there watching. Fans of it,
watching or listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts.
What is a good plug?
Yes. Well,
yes.
Which brings me to the motion that we're available on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
Just look up Chaz Mosh. It's the channel. It's on there.
That's it. Yeah, I don't like it. I do like the fact the way WWE does still do it with guys such as guys, girls such as girls, and stuff like that. That's fine. But it's like what you were saying. That'd be a good question for Steve. Like, how did he?
Yeah, I wonder if that match is
somewhere
on the internet somewhere. I'm sure it is. I'll have to text him.
Yeah,
I'm sure I'll text him and ask him because I'd be.
I wonder how he got around the things that you mentioned,
right?
About the.
Unless he just was hardcore and just didn't
care,
use stuff.
Well, no,
Steve would care.
Not that he wouldn't care. bad
I mean,
bad
it could
terminology.
just be. I mean, it literally just could be now. It's just a normal thing because
Yeah.
Matt Cardona wrestled worked Shotzi on all those indie shows at GCW and all. And I mean, and they were some hardcore matches with gimmicks and shit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and that's rough. So yeah, but I'm against it. I don't like it.
Fair enough.
Unless it's done the right way, like WWE does it. So what else you got on your paper?
Fair enough. So this I thought about the other day. Usually in wrestling, if you pull out a foreign object and you use the foreign object, you get disqualified.
If you're seen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If you get caught using a foreign object,
Correct.
You get disqualified.
Yes.
Why are the stairs? Why putting someone through the announcer's table? Why are those not considered foreign objects? Well, hold on. And an automatic disqualification because the ref sees it.
True.
It's a foreign object.
But it's not secretly brought in by the bad guy.
All right. So I secretly pull the gimmick out of my shorts.
Yeah.
I put on the brass knucks.
Yep.
Boom. I hit it. I get caught. I'm DQ'd. So let me just pull them out in front of the ref because now I'm not doing it secretly.
No, but you brought it to the ring. These are things that are already existed at ringside.
So that makes it legal?
Sure.
Okay, so I can go under the ring then and grab a wrench and use that. That's
Think how many times did Triple H do that with the sledgehammer?
Yeah, but was it in a gimmick match or did you get DQ'd? Or was it after the match?
That's a good question.
So my point is,
why aren't they?
If that's there, why is it not legal then?
I think you're thinking too much.
I am, but it's a good, I mean.
It is a good, I guess, debatable topic. I think it's because they're already there. They're already existing. Just like the Dudleys got disqualified for using the tables.
Oh, it's a tables match.
Not all the time it wasn't. How many times did they put somebody through
It was after the match, though.
with 3D?
Or they got DQ'd.
I'd like to see what other people think. I never thought of that.
I mean, it's there. Like if you're going to use your analogy, your analogy of, hey, it's there already,
and it's part
underneath
of the show.
It's already under the ring, a wrench, because you got to fix the ropes. You know, they're always fixing the ropes in between matches and adjusting the turnbuckles and stuff. It's already there. Why can't you use it then? Why is it illegal to use that, but it's legal to use the stairs and legal to use the announcer's table?
Well, then you got to look at it and go, well, you can't use the turnbuckle then either. You know, when George Steele used to take the padding off of it, did he get disqualified?
For taking the padding off?
Yeah, and chewing it up and stuff like that?
It was his gimmick, though. Yeah.
Never thought about looking at it like that.
It's bothering me for like a month. And the other day they did, and I know it was actually a really cool spot they did on NXT. They did a 4-way tag match for #1 contender. And it was a double like spear / spine buster through the announcer's table.
Oh, wow.
Pretty much at the same time. It was pretty cool. But I was like, how? And I do realize also it's the other part now is like triple threat matches. Now there's no rules. There's no DQ. There's no nothing. Automatic if it's a triple threat match.
I noticed that Monday night with Jey Uso.
Yeah, there's no.
Yeah.
Which is I don't know when that happened, but it happened. But yeah, if you pick someone up, slam them through the table, the announcer's table, why is that okay? But hold on. The ring bell is part of the ring setup. If you use the ring bell and hit someone, you get caught, you're going to get DQ'd.
DQ'd, yeah.
That's part of the setup, just like the table.
The steps. Yeah.
There, I just full circle that all
That
the way
was
back
full
around.
circle right around. Wow. I don't know. Who could we ask?
I don't know. Fans out there listening, anyone listening, if you got to chime in,
right?
Let
Why
us know,
is that
leave a comment. I don't know.
Huh?
Some things
that's going to be on my mind all day now. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Make you think about something other than what you're doing with your hands.
That's right. Yeah, because I'm like, I don't know. Huh? That's true. Because I noticed that the triple threat Monday night was
Yeah,
no
they're
DQ.
they're now no DQ
Because Americano had Jay in ankle lock, and he was like, even if he grabs the rope, it doesn't matter. He needs to find a way out. And I was like, when did that happen?
Yeah, triple threat matches are now no DQ.
Yeah.
I don't know when that happened.
That's crazy.
Not sure.
I don't understand the reasoning behind it, but
yeah,
whatever.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Yep. So did you see that match?
Yes.
What did you think?
I think it sucks that Bronson blew his bicep.
So do I.
And this actually brings me to something else that I've noticed during matches, which we can talk to in a second. I love Bronson Reed.
Me too.
I've met him 3, 4, 5 times down at the PC. He goes down to the PC and still works out. I've met him like 3, 4, like I said, 3, 4, 5 times. Nicest guy. So nice. That's so awesome. Great.
It's good to
hear. To see someone like that get hurt doing something he did is tough.
So diving over, reaching his hand out. Well,
it brings up
so bizarre.
2 different thoughts for me. The one thought is guys are trying to get, in my opinion, sometimes are trying to get too creative to break up a pinfall. Let me run and jump and do a back sensei, whatever the hell it's called, bump on top of them instead of just running over and just kicking them.
Yeah.
Or run over and just pushing them. Like I realize they're trying to make sense of urgency with it. Like I'm going to make it the last second dive. But we've done many saves when just coming in and just a kick is sufficient, or you fall on top of them. But sometimes maybe they're trying to get a little too fancy with it. And like in that instance, I can still see in my head of him going and hooking his arm, like trying to hook his arm to pull. It almost looked like he was trying maybe to pull him off as he went, which maybe that was part of a spot. I don't know.
Right.
But to me, almost just run into him.
Right.
And now there's a lot of the, in a tag team or a triple threat match or whatever's going on where you spear your partner into the pinfall to break it up. And
right.
I realize, they're trying to get creative. You don't want the same thing over and over. And it's very creative, a lot of stuff to do. But sometimes I think it's a little too much, which is why people
are getting hurt. Yeah. I was upset to see that. I think he has something really good going now for him and himself. It was just such a bizarre thing to see because, it was a tumble. Like you said, it looked like he just hooked him. And as soon as he rolled over and went like that, I went, oh, he messed up.
Yeah, I saw it. You could see it.
As soon as he did it, because you could see the concern on his face. He was like, oh, what the hell was that?
Yeah, well, you could see the arm. You could see it. Yeah.
Because you've had that done too.
I've had it done both.
So, and that's what I thought about. And I was just like, wow, so bad. And then you could tell the ref going over to Jay and Americano.
Changing the finish.
Yeah.
And then that's the other thing. Like Jay, after he won, like instead of celebrating, had this look of concern
for
So there's 2 thoughts with that. One is you just won. Granted, you most likely were not supposed to have won.
Right.
But you just went over. Now you're going into the elimination chamber, have a chance to
move on to WrestleMania.
Move on to WrestleMania for the belt. Be excited.
Yeah.
Be excited. Be happy. When you get in the back, okay, then show the concern.
Yes.
But you're in this angle with him, like he's in the vision, which everyone supposedly is supposed to hate.
Yeah.
This group, he just got hurt. I'm sorry, but character-wise, you should be happy. Hey, that guy's out. Like it's like playing. We'll go with the Patriots playing the Broncos. That entire Patriots team had to be happy when Bo Nix got hurt.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
Yes.
So
had to breathe a little bit easier.
Show the concern after the match in the back, because obviously you're concerned because you don't want anyone to get hurt.
Correct.
But not there live on TV like that,
where you could see it. And
exactly.
as a fan looking in at it, I could see it. Because as soon as he leaned up against the ropes and he looked right over at him right away to see if he was okay or, what happened and stuff like that. Because I'm sure he didn't know.
No.
Because it wasn't that long after the breakup of the pinfall to the final pinfall. It wasn't that long. They had the doctors out there, and I'm sure Jay and Americano had no idea what happened. None.
Well,
because it was so.
Well, he
so
sold
minor.
it. He sold it in the ring for a minute before he rolled out. So I think they had to have an idea it was hurt, but maybe not to the extent
of
what he was hurt
or how it even happened.
Right.
I saw more confusion on Jay's face, but going, "What the hell's going on?"
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I could see that at first because you think about it. If you're in a match like that, we're going to be confused too. Of
100%,
right, of what just happened.
Because that's what I did. Is I put myself in Jay's spot, and I was just like, I wouldn't have known either.
Right.
So, very upset to see that. I would have liked to see, if Bronson Reed could have went on, but I don't see him facing Drew McIntyre anyway at WrestleMania.
I mean, my opinion of WrestleMania with Drew will be Cody. I think that's the best story. That's the only other match in my mind that could compete against Roman and Punk as far as which is the real main event.
Right.
Yeah.
What else was I going to add to that?
I think about it now. Like, what happens to Division? Division's like literally falling apart. They,
decimated with injury.
Seth got hurt, so they replaced him. Bronson's out now. He was supposed to be the big beast. Braun Breaker got hurt. He was supposed to be the next big beast. So, like the top three that started it are all gone now.
Yeah.
So does Brock Lesnar jump in there?
I don't know. That's when I kind of fell asleep at Raw when he came out. I don't know what happened.
Nothing.
Nothing happened with
nothing. Paul Heyman basically came out, did his spiel that he always does with his Brock Lesnar.
I love that.
So I love that. It was bad.
I love that. I love everything Paul Heyman is doing.
He did that, and then
I'm a huge Paul Heyman.
Basically, what he said was Brock Lesnar will be at WrestleMania, and anyone in the back who has the balls to come out and challenge him, will be there. That was it. That's all.
Did you see who challenged him?
No.
God. Wait, it'll come to me, but we'll come back to it. Shit. But yeah, I love everything Paul Heyman is doing now. I'm a huge, like I just said, huge Paul Heyman fan, Paul Heyman guy, whatever.
Do you need a shirt that says I'm a Heyman guy?
Well, I'm not technically, but I am a fan.
Oh, okay.
Of what he's doing.
So you want a shirt that says
I'm a Paul Heyman fan.
Okay.
Yes. I want somebody to make that. But what did the whole AJ thing, retirement show, or whatever they call it, or anything else, I think it's a work.
Why, you think he's coming back?
I think he's going to come out of retirement. I think this whole thing about him retiring is a work.
Why?
Why didn't they do anything like this for John? Why didn't they do it for Goldberg?
Hold on. John Cena had an entire year of
particular dates.
Yeah, it was a whole year of storylines of him, of John wrestling who he wanted to wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
John worked who he wanted to work and put over who he wanted to put over to elevate them.
Yeah.
He did all of that. So he had an entire year. AJ's is, I think if AJ does anything, I think it's in TNA. I think.
Oh, I can see that.
I think AJ.
I loved him in TNA.
I think in AJ and WWE, it all was full circle. He started at the Royal Rumble. He ended at the Royal Rumble.
Right.
He put Gunther over, which keeps putting more on Gunther.
His storyline.
Which now it's like, what do you do with Gunther? Because now you got AJ's partner, Dragon Lee, attacking him, which is, I don't know, to me is kind of just weird.
And there's no way Dragon Lee should ever come close to beating him.
No. So that's one thing. But I think if AJ does do something, I think it would be cool if AJ went back to TNA and closes it out with Frankie Kazarian, because that's who he started it with.
Yeah.
They started.
They were even
together.
in Ring of Honor, together.
So I'm saying, like, he goes back to TNA. I don't, even if he works them once, maybe does a little program with him.
Yeah.
Retires there, gets put in their Hall of Fame. Which he deserves to be in. I don't know. I mean, he's going, and then going into the WWE Hall of Fame doesn't mean anything either, because Rey Mysterio has been in it for I don't know how long, and he still works every week on Raw. So actually being in the Hall of Fame usually, like if you look at sports Hall of Fames, you
Means
have
you're
to
done.
be out for a certain amount of time, X amount of years, 5 years or something like that. I think
the NFL's 4.
I think baseball's 5 years. You got to be
Yeah.
not playing before you're eligible. But
Right.
WWE, they could put you in. I actually did kind of think that when Taker came out, that Taker was going to challenge him to one more match at WrestleMania.
That would have been cool.
That would have been cool.
Yes, that would have been cool.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean,
it reminds me a lot. Well, not a lot. It kind of reminds me of what they did with Seth with his knee. You know, they kept playing it up and playing it up and playing it up. And it just seems like this AJ retirement thing has been going on for a little bit.
It's been going on for a month.
No, he's been talking about retiring.
Well, he said he was going to retire in 2026.
Last year. Yeah.
He says he's going to retire in 2026.
Right. So after the match with Gunther, he had no other choice, but it just seems like they're dragging it. And could they be dragging it for other reasons? Could he have gotten a deal from AEW?
Well, it could be
with lesser dates and more money.
It could be that. It could be.
I thought about that.
Them throwing him. Think about it this way: they throw him into the Hall of Fame, right? Maybe they give him a Legends contract, but written into his deal is he can't work for anyone else,
right?
So they pay him a little bit more. I'm sure AJ's fine when it comes to finances, and I'm sure whatever.
Yeah.
But they give him a Legends deal, but part of the Legends deal is, hey, you can't go work anywhere else. So
could be. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, I said it before. I said it to you before when he took the gloves off, but then put them back on.
It meant something.
That maybe he was going to AEW. Remember, I said, what's it mean if AJ now goes to AEW instead of retiring? He goes somewhere else. I mean, anything's possible.
Right. Could WWE caught wind of that and said, hey, let's throw him into the Hall of Fame. That gives him another month, and then we can still work on something maybe behiund the scenes.
That's what I'm saying, with a Legends deal
like
or
a
something.
Trainer. I could see him.
Well, I know they had said,
down there.
Supposedly, Triple H brought up to him about him working backstage.
Yeah.
And he said that would be that's a possibility.
He would be awesome at that with his mind and stuff like that. I've always been, an AJ fan.
But you're the one, though, that said his wife wrote this beautiful letter.
It was so beautiful. Nice. It was very touching.
It was so heart touching. I got a tear in my eye.
But if they're getting twice the money for half the dates that he does now, and the dates that they do now,
there are no dates now. It's just TV.
That's my point.
There's no live shows.
That's my point.
Which is where I wanted to go back to the injury part.
So what are they doing? They're doing two times a week. So
yeah, but if he's only
8 times a month,
if he's only on one brand,
right? Do they still have to show up?
No, if you're not on SmackDown, you're not there.
So they're doing 4 times a month.
The only people that go to both are if they're major storyline. You got Cody that's back and forth on both.
Right.
You had Liv going back and forth
at
first until she made her decision. I can't wait to see that match.
So
Liv and Stephanie. Wait, well, let me go back to the injury.
Yeah.
Other part of it is because there's been talks about this. Are guys getting hurt more often now
because they're not
because their bodies aren't calloused enough to get used to it?
I thought that too.
Because that's the other talk is,
because we know how we feel now when we go into an independent show. Granted, we're 50 plus, but I mean, we're not.
You take that first bump, you go, oh, and then you go, oh, okay, and then your body remembers.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So does that factor into guys getting hurt?
It has to,
because Braun Breaker got hurt flipping a table.
Right.
And
I'm sure he's lifted heavier things than that table.
I'm sure
in the gym every day. So it might have been that for him, it could have been a wear and tear thing. But for some of these guys, yes, I agree that their bodies are more prone to injury because they're not doing it.
Because you're not used to it. Your body's not in that. It's funny. I share this story with people a lot. When we were off, we'd get home.
We could go on all day about this.
We'd get home on a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Every Wednesday morning at 9 a.m., I had an appointment at my chiropractor.
Yep.
I would show up at 9 a.m. and I'd get a massage for an hour, and I would fall asleep. which I fall asleep anywhere, so that's no surprise.
Very easily.
But I fall asleep. When I woke up, he would adjust me. And as I left, I felt weird. I didn't feel right. And then I got in the truck and I start moving my body around, cracking shoulders or something. I'm like, oh, okay, now I feel better.
Yeah.
I asked him, I said, why when I walk out your door, I'm uncomfortable and I feel all out of sorts. But as soon as I start moving myself around and wiggling around, I feel better. And his answer was, you are so used to your body being out of alignment that when you're in perfect alignment, you feel off and weird, which makes sense because we're so used to it. So it's like baseball players, you have repetition, you have routine. Like you got to keep doing it over and over again. First of all, to get better, you have to do it over and over again. But your body gets conditioned to doing those moves and doing the things. So when you're only doing it once, maybe twice a week, 3 or 4 times a month, and, you know, getting in the ring, going to the PC, because a lot of the guys go down to the PC to try and work out and stay in shape and hit the ropes and everything.
Yeah.
It's not the same as being in front of people.
Oh, 100%.
So, yeah. So, I mean, that could have something to do with it also.
I mean, the conditioning when you're on a treadmill at a gym and running the ropes, totally different. You can run a mile all you want, but to get in the ring and run the ropes, it's 20 feet.
Well, and it's funny you say that because getting on a treadmill and running and doing cardio, getting in the ring, practicing and just hitting the ropes, but then doing it in front of a crowd with the lights and the energy from it, it's so much warmer and hotter out there, and it sucks. It just sucks the air out of you so much faster.
Adrenaline and the workup to
totally different.
It's totally different. Yeah. So, yep. Going back to the live thing, I didn't like where Liv and Dominic were doing an interview with Michael Cole, and then Stephanie came in. The babyface never did that before, but it's different now. And it caught me off guard because I was like, why? And it's almost like Liv was playing babyface. Like she was playing poor me kind of thing and everything. And it was just, I don't know, it was just weird because Dominic, to me, is between him and Logan Paul have more heat than anybody else does in the company, I feel. So I didn't understand. I was confused.
So,
well, you're gonna have something good, I can tell.
I think. Well, Stephanie, when she first came in the NXT, she was a heel.
Okay.
The crowd turned her baby. They love that devil's kiss move she does.
Yeah.
And if you watch her on NXT and you ever hear Booker T while she's doing it, it's fucking hysterical. Booker T's so funny with the stuff he says on NXT and his reactions. But
see, now I'm gonna have to watch Tuesday.
But anyway, she came in as a heel. Her character, her personality is a heel. The crowd turned her baby. So and they're exact same thing. But they're booking her against heels, which is making her a baby.
Even
personality wise, she's a heel at heart.
Aren't we all?
So it was actually funny. I don't know if I should share this or not, but they do these shows at the Performance Center called PC Live.
Okay.
And it's just the students.
Yeah.
The students who are not working the show are the crowd. And then they do this thing.
Almost like the LFG or whatever, whatever that was called.
Yeah, well, LFG had live people on some of them.
But
most of them wasn't. But it was like a student show almost. You have a student show. But Stephanie, the last time I was up at the PC, they were doing a PC Live, and Stephanie was there. And there was a match. I'm not going to say who it was. And the one kid kind of messed up, and the other kid was like, okay, and just lit him up. I mean, it was chops, clotheslines, like Bradshaw ripping your head off, clotheslines. And the first time it happened, I like reacted, and I was like, oh shit. And I reacted, and I just happened to glance over, and Stephanie had the same exact reaction, and we like made instant eye contact, and she was like, thumbs up at me, and I'm like, that's fucking awesome. I'm like, yeah. And the more he did, the more her and I like looked at each other, like laughing, understanding what was going on, and laughing about it. So that's why I say she's
a heel at heart.
Heel at heart. She's personality-wise, it's who they're booking her against. But Liv and Dominic, that fast, could be baby faces.
Oh my God, yes.
Humongous
Yes.
baby face. I mean, they're so over no matter what they do. And Liv playing the victim role.
Yes.
During
the interview,
I kind of liked it. Like, I was like, that's kind of like, she's showing a little bit of vulnerability. And, she's not really saying, she doesn't really know what Stephanie's saying. So Dominic's got to translate.
And who knows if he's translating right?
Right. Like, I think it would have been funnier. I actually think it would have been really funny if they put like Stephanie was talking in Spanish with the words, and then they overhear, like over Dominic's head, he was translating, but saying something different.
Totally different.
Yeah, was not translating it properly. That would be funny.
She says she loves you.
Right. She says she wants to come home with us. So.
Right. She doesn't want to wrestle you anymore. You're way better.
Yeah, I think that would have been funny, but I just think the match is going to be good. I think they're starting to build. The other talk is, sales are down for WrestleMania. Ticket sales are down. They're going to sell out. It's going to be. It's going to happen. There's only been up until this past week, 1 or 2 matches announced. Yeah. And true. I mean, here's the other thing. I've heard different numbers, but the biggest one I've heard, they have to sell 15 to 20,000 to be totally sold out. That's not that much.
No,
that's not that much in the grand scheme of things.
Football stadium.
It's not that much.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but there's people saying, it's because it's in the same spot. It's in Vegas. Like TKO doesn't care about the families coming and doing this and doing. Everything's still selling out. Yeah. So I mean. The ticket prices, it is what it is. And then
it's the same thing with the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The ticket prices are
ridiculous.
Outstanding. Yeah. Or outrageous. So yeah, why would anybody expect anything different? It's always been like that. But
but that Liv and Stephanie match is going to be
I can't wait to see that.
That legit could be a night one main event.
Yeah, I was going to just say the same thing.
It could be a night one main event,
depending who wins. At the chamber against Drew.
Right.
Yeah, it very well could be 100%. I can see that.
Yeah.
But it'll be the second, because in Charlotte, headline WrestleMania one year.
Yeah,
I think it was in Philly.
Yeah, I think it was a night one. Yeah,
I think so.
I think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I remember them saying it was the first time and blah blah blah. I could see it happening again.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Yeah,
but love the Dominic Mysterio and Liv. I love them two together.
They could be the biggest baby faces.
It would remind me of Randy and Liz, Macho Man and.
Except they're not a real couple.
Right.
He's right.
Yeah, for TV. I'm looking at it as a fan.
I get it. So all right. So I got. You got anything else?
Good.
You got anything else? Or are we saving it?
What are we saving?
I don't know. You're thinking. I'm like, do you want to say it or do you want to save it?
I don't know what I was going to say.
All right. So we'll save what you don't know what you were going to say.
Yeah, we'll save it. Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, do whatever makes your heart happy.
Yes.
Just don't suck at it.
Yes.